Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. So we're here with a HTP Freedom 3000 pulse welder, and we're going to do some stick welding today, but we're going to do it in pulse mode. So let's go to those settings. So we go down here to the stick mode. Now this is just straight stick, no pulse. But if we hit right here, we've got manual and easy set. The easy set's kind of a synergistic settings. You put your rod that you're using and the thickness of the metal, and it sets it for you. But what we're going to do is go over here to, we've got standard or pulsed in the manual, and we're going to go down here to pulsed and hit our little green check mark. We now have pulse settings that have appeared. We'll turn that on. We're going to use 3 hertz, and we're going to do that because I played with it a little bit and I found that that was the setting that I liked the best. Then we're going to do a peak time of 50%. That's 50% of the time it's going to be at 92 amps. And then the other 50% of the time it's going to be 30% of whatever we set our amperage to. So it'll be 30% of 92, which, what is that? Somewhere around 30 amps. But that's your background amps. Back to your hertz. Now you just hit the home button and we're ready to weld. Let's check it out. Okay, and for this welding, we're going to use our 7018 rods, and these are 3/32, and these are from Vulcan, which are from Harbor Freight. So, and it says run those between 70 and 120 amps. We're running at 92 amps in a vertical uphill, pulsed.
As a hobbyist welder, I've struggled with vertical uphill welds, and I've never even attempted overhead welds. But, you know, it's not that I'm afraid of them, but I've got to do some coming up. And I found out that my HTP Freedom 3000 pulse welder would pulse stick weld. And why that's important is if you pulse stick weld and then weld either vertical up or overhead, when that weld machine goes to the lower amperage in the background, it allows that puddle to freeze, which keeps gravity from pulling that molten weld out and letting it drip all over your boots. And that's no good, especially because if you're welding overhead, it's liable to get more than your boots. So I wanted to try this out. I've never done it before. And like I said, I've really struggled with stick welding with the, vertical up in the past. And so I don't have super high expectations of this, but I thought I'd give it a try and see if it did help out. And I'll tell you what, stay tuned because I think it really did help me out on my vertical uphill welds. When welding uphill with just standard stick, you want to keep about a 10 to 20 degree upward angle on your rod. And that's because you're fighting gravity. Normally, if you go straight in, gravity's going to pull that molten puddle right out. But with pulse, because it overall runs cooler, it ends up, you can run straight in. And staying perpendicular, for me, is a lot easier to maintain that correct rod angle than trying to keep like a 20 degree up rod angle and keeping that perfect. You do want to be very careful that you keep a very short arc length. And while I was doing that, I'm sure occasionally it got to a long arc situation, But more than that, I extinguished this rod quite a bit until I got the hang of it a little bit. And, you know, the nice thing is this HTP Freedom 3000 Pulse also has hot start and dig functions. And so I did turn the hot start up a little bit, and on the dig I also turned it up a little bit. And the reason for turning the dig up is because this weld is running overall cooler. You want the dig up so that it kind of digs in better and really penetrates that weld. The problem with dig, normally with 7018, is with it turned up, it's going to make a mess of splattering, and you'll have BBs all over your weld. When preparing these coupons, you know, I did go ahead and take a flap disc and knock the mill scale off of these coupons, but I didn't end up beveling anything or anything like that. And then again, the whole deal with running this pulsed stick welding is you can just run straight up the joint. You don't have to manipulate it. You don't have to make your little inverted V's or pause for a second on each edge. You know, you just run it straight up. And, you know, I was starting to really get the hang of this, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think it's definitely going to improve my uphill welding.
All right, so before we peel the slag, that looks pretty sloppy, but I noticed on a few of the other ones that once we peel the slag, it doesn't look bad under there. And this felt like a good one.
We went ahead and got this shot of the HTP Freedom 3000 Pulse while we were welding. And remember, it was set on 92 amps. And I saw a low of 59 amps, I think. And then the high, it looked like 68 right there. So overall, you are welding at a lower amperage than what you set it at. And I'm going to play with it a little more and maybe turn it up a bit.
It's hot. Ventilation system works good though. Goes down, shoots it straight outside. Okay, so here are the welds that I did, and these were the first two pulsed welds I did, and I did them on flat instead of, vertical. And if you can see that, the lower weld is set at 1.5 hertz, and the top weld is set at 3 hertz. And I thought that I liked the 3 hertz better, the tighter ripples. You know, both of them would probably hold something. They're fairly flat. You know, they don't look bad, but they are quite a bit different than like just running on straight, you know, non-pulsed settings. And it's been a while since I've stick welded, so these are my first 2 stick welds in probably 6 months. But with some practice, I think this is going to be a winner. Okay, and this is the first vertical up weld I did. Where that divot is, that was a restart, so that's not good. But, you know, looking at the bright side of this, there's no undercut. And I just had to practice a lot, or need to practice a lot, on staying consistent. I had the rod go out several times. So, like I said, for the first attempt, it's not pretty, but it would probably hold. Here is the second attempt, and it's better. Again, I had some problems with keeping the arc lit, and I have a restart in here. You would think that you could get through this plate with 1 rod, but it took me just a little over 1. So then here is the third weld, and it's starting to look pretty good, I think. Like I said, there's definitely sections of it. There's a crater right there that I think was a restart. But there's good sections of that look dang good, in my opinion. Then this is the last weld, and it's still a little bit warm, but there's a bit of a humped up. That was a restart, and I kind of got a little wild with it. With the long rod, I have trouble controlling it, moving it, and I had kind of a wild restrike. And then when I moved it down, it doubled the weld up, basically. So that's the hump, but above it, it's not too bad. Below it, actually, is pretty dang good. So you can see at the very start, there was a little bit of trouble with the rod sticking, is what that was. So I'll tell you what, it's going to take, you know, a lot of practice, but I'm a hobbyist welder, and it's what I do for enjoyment. So, and it's pretty useful because I've been able to stick some things together. And I'll tell you what, with the HTP Freedom 3000 pulse, you know, the pulse function, it's really a function, I guess, of MIG is where it's real popular, but it works pretty good on stick too. And some of what I've seen is they're comparing some of the, you know, pulsed stick welding to kind of what you can do with TIG as far as on thinner metals, and I haven't tried that yet. But on structural metals, the big problem that everybody has, and definitely that I struggle with, is vertical up. And the pulse feature definitely made vertical welding up, for me, go a lot smoother. So if you got anything out of this video, give us a thumbs up. It absolutely helps the channel. And we invite you to subscribe to see more. Definitely add your comments. Tell me how bad that was, or if you think it looked like it was making progress. We definitely appreciate your support. Have a great day and be safe.